What's going on, y'all? This is the day 365 for the 100K online challenge. I've made all of like $10, 125 bucks online, and it's just obviously didn't happen. Most likely because I really didn't do much besides trying to day trade. So I really didn't give myself any opportunities as far as building a business goes or anything like that to expand anything. I was just trying to day trade for most of it and run a faceless YouTube channel, which flopped. They were very okay quality videos, and I just wasn't making anything fantastic that was really catching on. And then YouTube kind of did a little bit of a chop down on just using stock imaging rather than actually animating something, and I just don't have those skills. So I've made 125 bucks online in 1 year. Not very good. I'm also probably not going to hit just my 2025 income goal of $55,000 unless I either find a remote job or start something online. And the reasoning for that is I don't qualify for a lot of corporate work. I got my degree in kinesiology and then went to PT school, ended up not finishing that, so I couldn't find a PT job. And I lost my job where I was due to a knee surgery that kind of took me out of the ability to work for at least a couple months in any sort of physical capacity, like having to walk around in a retail store or having to do any sort of manual labor. Um, I have a brace on that goes from the top of my thigh all the way down to my ankle on my leg. Surgery I'd had last year failed. This year in like late May is when it kind of started to fail, and I didn't get it worked on until August because I was trying to hold out as long as I could to stay at work, and I knew that was going to cost me my job because I was going to be out for 2 months. A little over a month into the recovery process from that. I'm also not going to hit my body weight or bench goal, so it is what it is. I'm not too pressed about that. And I'm learning a little bit how to be more disciplined as I go into trying to build my own software, using both AI programming and teaching myself the very basics of Python. Since I have the time, I'm also going to be joining an MBA program next year. I know no one's going to watch this video, this is just for me, but I'm going to be about this time next year a little bit into an MBA program to try to get myself something either corporate or maybe work towards buying a small business, acquiring a small business, or being able to start my own business, but having that MBA behind me to encourage investors to want to kind of stand behind me as I do start maybe a software or something similar. I will also be moving out of my mom's house finally at the end of this year in with my girlfriend, 3 states away. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Her job took her, and I gotta go with her. So that is that is what's happening. And I will be making my return to sumo, unfortunately, next year instead of this year. I really wanted to go back this year and start prepping to compete in April, and it's just not happening. I will still be competing in April. I just will be very, very unprepared and doing it for the fun of it, and just hoping it goes okay. I've also recently given up any claim to the lightsaber group I had started and was running. I started that way back in 2020 and just gave up on it. Not, I didn't give up on it, but because I'm moving 3 states away, I figured it was better to turn over a new leaf for them and give it away to someone who is going to be sticking around rather than trying to run it remote. And that's about it. That's my life update.